Hello, my name is Beck. Welcome to my upcoming reads video where I'm going to be talking about a few of the books that are on my to be read pile. A chunk of these books have been sent to me for review on my blog, but also I've got a couple that have been sitting on my shelf waiting for me to love them. Also, you might notice that I'm in a park today, so I just thought we'd stir things up. Before I get into what I'm going to pick up next, I was just going to show you my current read, which is Restoration by Angela Slatter. This is the third book in an urban fantasy trilogy, and I absolutely love the snarky narration in this, and it's written by an Australian author, so bonus points. I would tell you a little bit more about the plot, but given it's book 3 and the last in the trilogy, I don't really want to spoil anything, but the first book is called Vigil, and it's a lot of fun, so I definitely recommend picking these up. Oh, it's a bit windy. Ugh. Now getting into some of my upcoming reads, the first on my pile is Record of a Spaceborne Few by Becky Chambers. I can't really tell you much of a synopsis about this one because it's the third in the series, but this series overall kind of includes gender pronouns and is very inclusive of queer stories, chosen family, and love and acceptance, and I absolutely adore them. The first book in this series is called A Long Way from a Small Angry Planet, and it follows a crew whose job it is to punch wormholes through space. My phalanges are so cold. I had to put a jacket on because it was so windy in this park. The next book on my upcoming to be read pile is Imposters by Scott Westerfeld. This is a companion novel to his original trilogy called The Uglies series, and I don't think you need to have read that series in order to read this one, but luckily enough The Uglies is something that I read when I was a teen, and it kind of kick-started my reading like The Hunger Games or Divergent did, so I'm quite excited to get back into a dystopian world. The tagline of Imposters is Frey was raised to take a bullet, and so this story is kind of twin sisters where one sister goes in place of another one, and I love imposter stories like that, so this is going to definitely be a fast-paced book. The next on my list is another adult sci-fi book, and that is Salvation by Peter F. Hamilton. This guy has written so many different science fiction books, and this is his newest one coming in September, and they're very, very intimidating, but I'm excited for this nonetheless. Salvation is set in 2 time periods, so the first one is in the far future where a genetically enhanced soldier named Delian, and his one goal is to defeat humanity's adversary, whatever that means. The other time period is AD 2204, and this alien virus has been discovered that will destroy humanity. This synopsis is kind of vague, and I feel like it's going to definitely explore some interesting themes about humanity, so I'm quite excited for this one. It's windy. The next one on my list actually comes out in October, and it's by the same author that wrote I Am the Messenger and The Book Thief, and that is Bridge of Clay by Marcus Zusak. I always say his name wrong. I think it's Zusak. Zusak, not Suzak, Zusak. This looks funny because it's an advanced reading copy and it's actually got the name and the author on the spine and no pressure on the front cover, you know. The tagline of this one says, a boy, a bridge, a miracle, and nothing less. So I'm assuming this is going to be centered around family and tragedy and loss and growth, and it's honestly something that I need right now, and it's going to be amazing. Duck! So those are the books that have been sent to me by lovely publishers for review on my blog, but I still have a couple to go, and those are books that have been sitting on my shelf for a little while that I haven't read. Story of my life. There are 4 books and they're both from different series. The first 2 on this list of 4 books that I already own and have to get to are The Rose Society and The Midnight Star, both of them by Marie Lu, and these are a dark YA dystopian series with the main character Adelina, who has this kind of X-Men-like ability, and she's kind of not a hero as well. It's not like a chosen one story. These X-Men abilities are quite common in this world. They build the foundation of the story, and Adelina is a very not unlikable character, I guess just an anti-hero, and she does things that you might question, and that's what keeps things interesting, and I've left it so long since reading the first book, so I can't wait to finish this series and wrap it up and get it off my to-be-read pile. And the last 2 that are on my to-be-read pile for this video are The Dark Prophecy, which I did an unboxing for, and The Burning Maze, both by Rick Riordan, and his books usually centre around different mythologies, and in these books in particular we're following Apollo, the god of art and music, who has been cast out of Olympus by Zeus and become a teenage boy who goes to Camp Half-Blood and meets some characters from Percy Jackson. So we kind of follow his story as he starts off as this arrogant, annoying child that's kind of a brat who writes haikus all the time, and eventually he becomes this likable character that's quite funny, and we just get to see his journey. So there you go, these are the books that are on my to be read stack. Let me know if you've read any of these, or tell me what you're currently reading. I kind of wanted to show these upcoming reads to you rather than posting an August TBR video, because I wanted to share my August TBR on my blog but vary my channel a little bit with reads and wrap up. So I hope you like the kind of format I'm going for. We'll see how it works out. If you want to check out my blog, I'll leave it linked in the description below. But thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!